What's up, family? This is DYANAROZAY. Welcome to my channel. I bring a unique commentary to your favorite reality TV shows and whatever is popping on social media. Before we get started, please hit the like, subscribe, your notification bell, and share the video because that's how others find me here on YouTube. Then make sure you are following me on all platforms at DYANAROZAY. I appreciate every single one of y'all for rocking with me. So let's get started. We are talking about KeKe Jabbar. Y'all know for the last 2 months, it feels like 2 months anyway, people have been talking real heavy about KeKe, and then it revved up the last couple of weeks before episode 30 because her mother was involved, and people were really trying to find out what the hell happened to KeKe in Houston. Well, the show aired on Saturday, episode 30, and granted, there's a lot of editing and things like that that goes down, but really, it didn't show us much of anything. Like we were trying to figure out, did someone, snatch the rug from up under KeKe? Was she not getting the support she needed? What was happening? And even though there are still people who feel like, listen, she shouldn't have been there. Nell shouldn't have invited her. KeKe should have said no. All of those things. Truth of the matter is, we know that production had their hands all in it, like they do every show. That is what production is there for, to give us a show. So it's going to be edited for our entertainment. We get that. But when it comes to what went down, that would make people think that KeKe had the rug pulled from under her and that she wasn't supported. That still didn't show until we got the unaired clip on Sunday. There was an unaired clip with KeKe at the counseling session. Now, I will say this. Again, I'm sure it's not everything. However, the little bit that we did see did tell a story. And the story it's telling for me is that Tisha Scott, KeKe's cousin, has her in a chokehold, period. And I'm going to tell y'all what I mean by that in just a second. But let's just start with this. KeKe Jabbar showed up season 6 like a bull in a china shop, period, both on the show and on social media. She wore that shirt that said rookie, and that pretty much sums up her debut this season. She was green to reality TV, and she was not ready for a lot of the tricks that she fell victim to. Now let's take it back to season 4, Melody's skincare relaunch, okay? Do y'all remember KeKe walking in there and all of the facial expressions she was giving, like, what the hell is going on? It was like she was filming another show because she didn't understand anybody's energy, the energy that was coming for her from Stormy, from Kimmy. Do y'all remember that? KeKe had no idea that all of those ladies were going to turn on her so quickly, right? She already didn't have, a friendship with her cousin. We know that Destiny wasn't going to give her the time of day because she was cool with Tisha. But then she said she really liked Stormy, and she didn't understand why Stormy was coming for her at the skin relaunch party. Y'all remember? Stormy didn't speak to her when she came in. She was like, hey, Stormy. She was all excited to see her, and she looked her up and down and kept it moving. That was actually the first time that Stormy didn't speak to anybody. I thought it was at Kimmy's, cancer-free party, but it was here at the skincare relaunch. She did not speak to her, and when KeKe tried to find out what the hell went down. Like, hey, I thought we was good. Is everything okay? Stormy said, no, I ain't feeling you because I don't fool with people who do to their family what you did to Tisha. Remember that? And Kimmy pretty much gave her the same business. KeKe tried to sidebar Kimmy and say, hey, girl, what happened? I don't understand why the bad energy. And Kimmy said, listen, Mel do not like Tisha. So why would you have all that energy, all those things to say about her at the pajama party? I remember. And still, KeKe was like, I don't know what the hell I said. I was asked a question, which was, were the cheating rumors about Marceau out there prior to us filming Love and Marriage Huntsville? All I said was, yes, it was out there, but I didn't think that that was going to be a big deal. Now, as a viewer, I didn't think it was a big deal either, but there were people that were split saying she never should have went to the party. She never should have showed up as a guest of Melody's. We already know that Tisha's family felt that way, that Mel had brought her to the show solely to get in between whatever Tisha and Mel had going on, to add fuel to the fire. But it was just a wild turn of events. There's a lot of things that happen on this show where the viewers are trying to catch up and understand it because they're not telling us everything, you guys. Well, after KeKe got the business from Kimmy and Stormy, then the next season, Tiffany gave KeKe the business by number one, pushing out that Crime Stoppers tape to the bloggers, and then number two, telling her exactly what Kimmy and Stormy said to her in season four, which is, listen, child, you shouldn't have came for your cousin the way you did. Now, KeKe was really being isolated with the cast from the very start. And some of you may not agree with this, but knowing all of that, it does feel like KeKe literally brought some stuff on herself. It seems self-inflicted to me, in other words. A lot of this could have been avoided, what we saw in season 6. A lot of it could have been avoided if she would have just stayed true to her heart. To me, a lot of what happened to KeKe was because she was talking in circles. She would say things um, and then turn around, and her actions or her intentions, her true feelings would be the complete and total opposite. Like when she sat down with Melody and said, you know, Marceau is allegedly sleeping with Tisha's makeup artist. Then she told Mel in that same sitting that she didn't believe it was true. Well, if you didn't believe it was true, KeKe, then how did things get so out of control for you? KeKe has fallen short just a little bit. She's not taking accountability, and her responses to everything seems to be very Tisha and Martell-esque. Y'all know that Tisha and Martell are good for never taking responsibility for anything or for saying that they were provoked by some mess that they can't move on from that happened years ago. That's KeKe's excuse right now. Tisha and I haven't been cool for years. She'll admit that. But when she's asked why she made certain choices regarding Tisha, then she'll say, y'all don't know what Tisha has said to me. Y'all don't know what Tisha has done to me. No doubt Tisha has done some things. We all know that. But as the counselor said in the unaired episode, y'all run over there and check it out if you didn't watch it. KeKe's temperature would not change if she was truly healed and didn't care about that relationship. And the job that KeKe has on TV right now is to help the viewers understand what actually happened. She's not telling us anything. Tell us what happened. Bring the receipts. Bring a witness. Otherwise, you're just talking over spilled milk, right? It's just spilled milk. There's nothing there. We can't go by what we think happened to you 5 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago. You got to tell us, girl. That is exactly why I said in my review for the episode where KeKe throws water in Tisha's face that she wasn't interested. She wasn't interested or invested in finding out whether or not Marceau cheated. That's not what she was looking for. She wasn't looking for the truth. She was actually looking to mend her relationship with Tisha and get some kind of influence, some of the influence that she had over Tisha back. And y'all, she did have some influence over Tisha. Make no mistake, Marceau is never going to let that happen again, period. But she had influence over Tisha. And even if you guys think that KeKe was baited into throwing water in Tisha's face, it was because she felt ignored. She needed to be acknowledged by Tisha. She needed to be seen by Tisha, and Tisha wasn't giving her what she wanted. What we are watching right now with KeKe and Tisha is a role reversal. Now, KeKe used to be that girl. She used to say, I was that girl. I had access to a lot of things. I got a lot of attention. Tisha didn't even have her first boyfriend until she met me, right? Like she said all of that stuff, not to mention she helped Tisha get into college. So she shared a lifestyle with Tisha. She shared her popularity with Tisha. Then KeKe lost a lot because of her addiction, and her status and her position in the community all changed, all of it. And now she is watching her cousin move into spaces that she had always wanted to be in without her. And that has to be hard to watch because they already said they've always been very, very competitive. Their roles have flipped. Tisha does not require KeKe in that way anymore. And KeKe doesn't know who to be to Tisha because that has always been their relationship. And I do think that KeKe loves her cousin. I believe that she misses her. That was apparent when we got to see that unedited clip, like I said, or unaired clip. However, too much has happened between the two of them individually on their own and together, and they can't go backward. During that counseling session, KeKe unbottled a lot of regressive energy and it made her not able to hear anybody, like no one, not the counselor, not the people that she was sitting around. She didn't focus on camera people, nothing. She didn't think about what this was going to look like. Melody kept trying to stare directly in her face like, girl, calm down. You are doing too much. Look at her. And KeKe never heard it. She never heard it. Even Martell was over in the corner judging KeKe like, damn, girl, like he was making all kinds of noises. And what he was witnessing is something that's very typical for him. We've seen him do that a few times. So he had an opportunity to watch himself, KeKe, watching her do what he does all of the time, you guys. And then the icing on the cake is KeKe is in her confessional. She's watching that clip. They're playing it back for her. And she just point blank says, I apologize to Tisha, but I'm not sorry. Okay. And that just means that everything that the counselor was saying about KeKe was accurate. There is a young girl that is still hurting inside of KeKe. And until KeKe can tell that little girl, I got this as a grown woman, it's always going to be there. It has stunted her ability to heal and to accept the amazing tools and opportunities that are being given to her because she thinks it's okay to blow everything up over a past hurt. And we cannot forget that she has hurt people too. She's admitted to hurting people. So she has to decide where she wants to go on the show. Because I didn't realize that there were so many people who had isolated her at the beginning. And those people still exist on the show. Now we have seen Stormy, switch sides and say, listen, I'm going to be more of a friend to KeKe, but we don't know how genuine that relationship is or friendship is. I'm going to say that right now. I don't even know how this even started. We saw Stormy apologize to Destiny and try to give her that Gucci bag or whatever. But how did she apologize to KeKe? When did this friendship, start? I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Also, if KeKe has burned a bridge with Melody, which that has not been said or shared at the moment. But is this the moment, y'all, that Melody was trying to tell her, girl, calm down. Girl, calm down. You're giving way too much. You're not paying attention. You're not listening. And like Mel said in her confessional, if she's not there yet, if she's not ready to hear anybody tell her to calm down, then, she's not ready to hear it. But was that the moment where she felt like, I don't have any friends here. Nobody is, on my side? Because Nell Fletcher and Chris have both said, listen, the energy change when KeKe got here. I think Scott 2.0 said that as well. The energy change when KeKe got to Houston. So knowing that what we know and seeing that her energy was high, she really wasn't listening to anyone. She wasn't trying to make things right, even though she said she apologized. Is that what she felt was a betrayal? We don't know. Hopefully they'll give us a little more information on Saturday. But right now, I feel like This is KeKe's issue. She put this on herself, and she's going to have to figure out how to win more people over with honey as opposed to vinegar. Okay, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like the video, subscribe to my channel, hit your notification bell, and I will check you all on the next one.